how do you want to kick these things off? We're recording.
Welcome to the Russell Hicks show, and then we just,
Well, it's out now. You've had some people talk about it. How are you feeling about that?
Well, we'll just start it off. I'm just going to welcome everybody to the show, introduce you, and then we just start going. You let me know when we're at, like, well, how long is the episode? 25
I'm
minutes?
going to go 25 minutes here, and then you have 3 minutes to wrap.
And then I'll close it up.
I'll go like this.
Sure. Welcome to the Russell Hicks Show, everybody. I am Russell Hicks. Thank you for joining us. With me, as always, on the program, resident Zoomer, the man who knows the digital universe like the back of his hand, our youngster in situ, ladies and gentlemen, Horatio Gould. Horatio Gould, there he is, fresh from a South African excursion. Yep. Horatio just got back from South Africa, where he went to visit his father.
Puppy.
You looked like, by the way, like the archetypal South African traveler that you would see, like in a drawing from a history book. All you need
What,
is
you mean like a Dr. Livingston kind of
like
British
all you
colonial
need right now is
explorer.
like a pith helmet.
Yep, like
And-
the hard,
yeah.
all round, yeah.
And basically, like in a film.
On a civilizing mission.
Okay. Wow. That's one way to put it. If you were in a film set around that time, like a period piece,
Yep.
you would be the bad guy.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Like an ivory salesman. Like you'd have like a tusk. You're an evil white person is what I'm trying to say.
I'd say so. It's quite funny in South Africa because everyone over a certain age.
It's hilarious. South Africa, hilarious. Guys, if you ever get a chance, Google their history and tell me you're not getting some gut busters, huh? Oh, boy. A riot. No, what about it? What were you
I
saying?
don't want to say now because now it's going to
Yeah, so you went there and he's back now. So that's why some of the episodes that came out, by the way, the big release happened because Horatio is such a master scheduler. He says, hey, we got the Russell Hicks Show drop into the world. What should I do? Oh, I know. Go to Africa for 3 weeks. Who do you think you are, Dave Chappelle? What happened? I think he thought it was going to be like a big media storm, like Horatio just fucks off to Africa after getting offered $50 million from the Russell Hicks Show. So I'm sitting here with my proverbial dick in my hand, wondering what to do as I'm messaging you, and you're saying like I'm not getting Wi-Fi. I'm out in the Sahara, the safari.
Yeah, no, I was in the Namib desert for 6 days. Had no internet, and I set you up fully to release one clip. I gave you a week, and I told you exactly how to do it. And then I come back from the desert, and I said, "Oh, maybe you haven't done it yet." He goes, "Nah."
Of course not.
And then you're like, "Oh, maybe I should do it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, if you want to do it, great."
No, I did none of it because I was busy. I was busy planning and incubating my talents so that they could be more effective when this show came back, which it is back now. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us. I have a question for you, Horatio.
Sure.
How do you feel about technology? I think we already know. You are in it.
I was quite against technology in my rebellious youth.
Wait, excuse me, what? You
quite,
were against it?
No, I was quite like, fuck this, fuck everything. But recently,
Really?
yeah, I was a bit like, fuck the.
But you're a Zoomer, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying this is so is that kind of do
Well,
the Zoomers rebel?
No, it's kind of in a different way because I used to use my kind of like vague form of Marxism to say like, fuck technology, fuck late capitalism, you can suck my dick and all that kind of shit. But now I've started to realize that the only real truth is fully automated luxury communism, which is where we eliminate work by making robots do all the work so that we live a pure life of luxury and leisure. So I'm like, actually, let's get that tech sorted. That's the only way for human freedom.
You're saying get yourself a robot that does all the work for you.
Not get myself
Cool.
right.
I call that a Horatio.
Fully, fucking hell.
Ha
Christ alive.
That's right. Where's my robot? Oh, he's in Africa. What? What am I going to do? Honey, where's my robot? Oh, he went to Africa for 3 weeks. Doesn't he know we have a show coming out? Yeah, he does. Just went anyway. No Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
What the hell? What good's a Zoomer if they're willing to cut off like that? If I wanted a crazy person that will just go off the grid for 3 weeks, I would just work with myself. I need you plugged in, man.
Didn't you used to have a show called Off the Grid?
Yeah, I did.
Didn't have a Zoomer to help you though, did you?
Didn't have a Zoomer to help me. It was just me.
It was pretty off the grid.
I used to have a podcast called it's called Off the Grid. Never heard of it? Not even available on iTunes anymore. When I say had a podcast, I mean I would just invite people over to my house and talk to them. Forgot to record
There's
it.
that one episode, Lewis Schaefer, and he's the only guy in the audience and the guest. It's a live podcast that turned into a normal podcast.
Oh yeah, I hosted a live podcast for 4 nights at the Bill Murray, and nobody showed up.
So it was just
and those
a
are,
podcast.
I think those are on YouTube. Like, honestly, almost lost friends because it was such a disaster. Like, if you want to just see, basically, it was just us in a room at like 11 at night, and
So
nobody
this is
showed up.
basically the same audience as the live podcast.
So I've got a lot of experience with it. The reason I ask you, Horatio, is I was online. I was looking. I was on the news, and I wrote this down. I wanted to remember this. There is, because I feel like I get a lot of slack for being sort of. I'm not anti-technology. I try to explain this to people. It's not that I don't like technology. I love technology. I'm in the world. Look at me right now. I'm surrounded by it. But I just think that you need to sort of manage the way that you engage with it, right? Think we can agree on that? There's a woman who created, she is an engineer, I believe, for NASA, and she hates iPhones. She doesn't like the smartphone. So she made herself a rotary. Have you seen that? It's a cell phone that has a rotary dial in it.
Yeah.
She made 100 of them.
Okay.
You can get it. And they said, why did you do this? And she said, I think that we aren't using this technology properly. And texting, okay? She's against texting. She says it stresses you out and that it's an ineffective way to communicate. And
Wait,
I'm looking at this. She's got a book out, and I'm reading this, and I'm saying to myself, okay, that's what I've been saying for the last 3 years.
What, get a rotary dial in your hand?
No, I didn't know how to do. Okay, maybe that.
What, like Iron Man, just coming out the middle of your hand, and then you put it against your
Yeah,
ear?
you get it like actually inserted into your hand,
Then you just
which
put
would be incredible. Yeah.
You'd look crazy if you're just speaking to your
Dial it. Dial it.
Hello?
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, because texting's inefficient.
Well,
so
that's what the future's going to be.
I'm going to use it. The future's going to go
Oh,
back
the future's going to be eventually the next iPhone is going to be you. They're just going to turn you into a phone, dude.
But they're going to get like the same dial from the 50s.
Yeah, you're going to have a rotary dial in the middle of your head. You're going to have a rotary dial in the middle of your head. You're going to have 2 screens on each hand. It's so great. I've got the iPhone 20. Thanks a lot. Great. We've come a long way. And like some people aren't going to be able to afford the premium version, so they're going to just spout adverts, you know?
Yeah.
You just spit adverts at random. Hey, man, what's going on? And then you'll just say a McDonald's commercial. Oh. Wow. No, it's really bad. Yeah, no, Russell's not premium. He's got the free model. Have a good day. Amazon Prime is available at a half price. Oh, sad. That's where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Apart from if we opt into fully automated luxury communism.
unless you listen to this podcast,
Yeah.
in which case you will see the light and you will experience the world in the way it was intended. Fully automated
Luxury communism.
Is that
It's
like,
the
did you
future.
coin that?
Mm-mm.
It sounds so. I like when you say it.
Yeah.
I feel like on the surface it sounds good, but if I read further into your manifesto, at some point it's going to be about the Jews.
Yeah, but only 3 chapters are on the Jews.
Okay. Well, so what is
It's
that?
fully automated luxury communism, which means we automate society to the point
Oh,
where
like
we...
self-checkouts.
No.
That's what you're talking about.
No.
Fully automated communism
Yeah,
sounds
fine,
like you're
self-checkouts.
saying make everything automated
Yeah.
so that we eliminate
All work.
job. This is the thing. I'm with you on that. I love that. But they will find new jobs
No, because you do
for
your,
us to do. Basically,
you do
it
your
sounds
purpose. You fulfill the essential creative need of all human beings.
Like, no, it sounds like to
so like
me.
you'd still do this, Because it's not a job, it's you fulfilling
Exactly.
your inner soul.
Listen to what this psychopath is saying. He's saying unless you film your own podcast, unless you are a podcaster, you're fucked. You're fucked.
That's going to be the next genocide, non-podcasters.
What do you... yeah, exactly. Everyone has a podcast or you're dead. You're dead. Oh, what do you do for... what's your skill set? Oh, I'm a plumber. Ooh, yeah, like you do a podcast about it? Oh, you do like a plumber podcast? No, I don't know how to film a podcast. Well, okay. Well, yeah, get in that line. Yeah. Yeah, the trains will take you away over there. Thank you to our leader, Horatio Gould, who started the automated communist revolution.
You're looking quite racisty with your hair, though.
You know what? You know what annoys me about that is that I was the only reason he's saying that is because I was talking about how my hair is there's something about it isn't quite expressing who I am.
It's not hippie or
and
like
it's
laid
making
back.
me. I just feel like my head right now looks like it belongs. That's a good angle. Although I do have a bit of a snarl. I just feel like my haircut isn't really true to me right now. It makes me look kind of like a cage fighter or something.
Yeah, I see that. But
and
you
I don't
are
like
kind of a
it.
cage
I
fighter.
don't like that.
But it's weird. You've got a tattoo on your arm, which makes me think racist. But then
Why racist?
It's got like a racisty feel. But then the actual tattoo is Antifa, isn't it?
The what?
Is that an Antifa tattoo?
An Antifa?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Anti-fascist.
you're saying.
Anti-fascist tattoo. What's the tattoo?
Oh, it's a band. Yeah.
Oh,
It's an old school.
I thought that was the Antifa symbol.
An anti-fascist tattoo? I wish. I mean, what did you think my backstory was that I would have an anti?
Yeah, when I first saw you like 2 years ago, I was
Really?
like, oh, cool, he's an Antifa guy.
Well, yeah, I'm anti-fascist.
Yeah, but I didn't.
suppose if
yeah,
I had a
but
choice.
if you get a big tattoo of it, you're like really anti-fascist.
What is an Antifa tattoo?
It's a symbol
I
with
learned
like a
something
flag in
new
it.
on this podcast constantly. What is it?
It's like a circle with a flag in it, and it looks exactly like that until you see the whole thing. No, I'll show you.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that we text and don't?
No, it looks a bit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you thought it was. All right.
See? Doesn't that look his arm? That looks like his arm, doesn't it? I know, but we've also... Oh, that's completely different.
Completely.
Fuck. So maybe you are. Okay. Then you do look racist.
I got one up here too. But that's for premium members.
Yeah, we need that Patreon content, man.
Once we get that Patreon, you guys are going to get access to my full bare chest.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff we're going to send out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make T-shirts with just my full bare chest and my tat. Why do we text, by the way? Why is it that the inclination is to text message rather than call somebody?
Oh, yeah, but no, I'm sick of this shit. Because everyone's talking about it, calls as if they're like way more connected. It's like, I just want to be more in the present. Sometimes a call's fucking infuriating. If you got other shit to do, if you're like a fucking, you got a lot of things to do, you don't have time to be calling everyone. And I have to go through that whole kind of social thing.
Wait, is this the thing? Is this the thing? People are starting to actually rebel against the text?
Yeah, well, people who like actually prefer calls, yeah, because you got like 2 hours
No,
in a
but
day.
here's the thing. Nobody... Listen to this fucking dictator talk right now. Yeah, everyone wants to call because you don't have enough time in the day. Now you're going to have all the time in the world because you're dead. Wow. If you ever see this guy run for office,
Antifa, baby.
you know, exercise your right to vote.
You're not going to have that.
I'm going to get an Antifa tattoo. It's going to be a circle with your face in the middle of it. This is insane. Yeah, why is it that, because I think texting takes more time. It takes way more time. You text somebody, and then it comes back, and then you got to write back.
Depending on the thing you're trying to do.
No, man. I just think it's and then there's that moment where they go, wait, what? And you have to go, pull it out.
Emoticons.
And write the
GIFs.
Declaration of Independence to this person. And then they come back with another. Remember when you used to, like, fight with your significant other or something? Like, that's the word. You just, these, like, Torahs come down. Just these absolute.
Yeah.
And just
And another thing.
if you call up, and also you can't express it in the right way.
If you have good use of emoticons, you can express even a bigger range of human emotions than if you speak.
But you call up, and well, that's the thing. I'm rocking an iPhone 5, so I don't even have.
You don't have
lane.
the
People are like
aubergine.
in another lane. People are sending me stuff back, and it just comes
Don't
in
have
like
the black chef.
yeah, it just comes back like binary code. My phone's like, I don't even know, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to say to you. So like, it's just numbers to us. I'm still like giving people like whoa faces and like little cries and there's just a million emojis that we don't even.
It's literally like cave paintings when I see that.
But I mean, it is easier. You just call somebody and you just call them up, and then it's just like, that's it. Very just done and done. Or I like the WhatsApp voicemails. But people get mad at me for those. When I send a WhatsApp voicemail, that's to me is revolutionary. I just, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. That is easier.
Yeah, I like that.
But then other people go. I had someone recently tell me, stop sending me those. You text me.
Yeah, because also
When you communicate with me, you write it out. I'm like, why? Because they're like, I can't get my earphones in.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to put your headphones in to listen to some, or you have to like put it close to your ear. It takes longer to load. Like a message is easy to slip in through, like,
Well, just play it out loud.
No, that's the worst thing. I genuinely, my least favorite thing about phones is when people this is such a boomer thing as well, is when you watch videos out loud. Like people who do that in public.
Let me tell you something.
They're the first people to go.
I'll tell you right now, this is how he's going to get us all, because you've got me on board with that. All of your other fascist ranting,
fully
I was
automated
like,
luxury
whoa.
communist.
But as soon as you said anybody who watches a video without headphones on public transport is executed immediately, I'm like, I'm listening.
First waivers.
I'm listening. Because you know what? Is it a boomer thing? Because I always see people doing it they seem pretty young. I'm going to ask you genuinely, people in the world and people in this room, are they doing that? Is that like on purpose? Like I purposely am trying to fuck with you right now? Because I don't understand, man. You're in the middle of a carriage. If you're in America, I'm sure this happens on a bus or something. You're in a public place. Dude, just rocking it. And it's never anything good. It's never a TED Talk or something that I'm like, oh, that's fascinating. Thank you for sharing that. It's always some Russian gangster rap. Like, how do you even have the confidence to share that with the rest of the world?
Do you want me to give sometimes Zoomers can have boomer energy, and that's a big misconception in the Zoomer boomer sort of definition. Sometimes a Zoomer may be a Zoomer technically, but they can be imbued with pure boomer energy, which means that they have no real awareness fully of technology and the effect it has. So they're not doing it to be dicks. They're just so like, it's just a pure boomer thing. The amount of time I see like 6-year-old like mums just like laughing at like a cat meme out loud, I'm like, makes sense for them. But if a 20-year-old, it's like, some boomer energy's trickled down.
One time I saw a guy on the tube doing that, right? Blah, 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 just blaring, right? And I just went up to him and I went, what are you doing? And he went like this. This annoyed me more. He went, oh, sorry, man. And I was like, you mean like, oh, sorry? Like, oh, it just now occurred to you? It just occurred to you that you were watching your phone with no headphones, blasting it. That's like me just tugging one out on the bus. And then someone comes up to me and is like, sir. And I just go, oh. Oh, you're right. Sorry, I'm on the bus. Yeah, you're on the bus. What are you doing? So it's kind of like a mix. Anyone who annoys me like that, it's always a mix of like jealousy and frustration, that I'm sort of like jealous that they exist in this world, in this bubble of confidence that they don't even know. Like I'll be reading a book sometimes and cover the title because I'm like, I don't want anyone to see like what I'm reading.
You really are proud of yourself, aren't you, sometimes?
Whoa, why is that pride? I thought that was pretty
pat on the back for reading a book.
I'm sorry, that's like a
That's
pat
just
on
me reading my novel while you guys are on your phone.
I'm not reading my novel. I mean, that would be, although that would be fucking great. I would love it, dude. I would love it if I got to the point I'm just reading a novel by me. It just says fucking the Russell Hicks Manifesto by Russell Hicks. I would love it if I got to the point I want someone to pat me with that. I'm just on the.
What's more obnoxious, playing music with the phone out loud or reading a book you wrote on the tube?
I mean, without question, the phone.
Do you think?
Absolutely. I think it's amazing. If I saw somebody reading their own work, I'd be like, Nice.
You saw the Zoomer Manifesto by Horatio Gould, and you just see me reading it on the train.
I imagine that is what you read every night. You go to bed and you work on it. And you work more and more on your diagrams about how exactly we're going to eliminate all these Zoomer boomers. Boomer energy. Like, what does that even mean? Like, it sounds to me like you're saying some people are just people. This obliterates the whole idea that we're defined by these generational constructs. Like, Zoomers are like this. People are people. That's what I'm saying. Last night I watched a documentary about Lil Peep.
Lil Peep.
Now, apparently this is a phenomenon that happened while I was living in a cave somewhere. But I had no idea this was even going on. I mean, if I lived in LA still, I would probably have known about it because I know Lil Peep was out in LA. But I recommend everybody watch this documentary because, first of all, I didn't know that this was a thing, and it's pretty sad. But for about the first half of the documentary, if you don't know anything about it, you might have a similar reaction to it that I did, which is if you watch this documentary about Lil Peep, the people that he surrounds himself with are like, I can't even describe it. I mean, it's like if this is what Zoomers are. I mean, these people look like they just like came out of a laptop. Like they're just such that generation. And the documentary is just a series of talking heads, and every single talking head, it just smash cuts to them, and it just becomes, I thought I was watching a mockumentary, because it just becomes a series of every interview looks like it's the guy talking is trying to top the other guy as far as ridiculous haircuts and styles. Like they just get weirder and weirder and weirder, and then it'll just smash cut to another guy with like a fucking mullet half, like with like designs into one side of his head. Just like, yeah, like Peep was just ahead of it. Like we were all just hanging out vaping and just like USB port. What? Did you say USB port? USB stick and like external hard drive. Like for sure. Horatio, Gould, Manifesto.
Gang, gang.
Free communism, electric. Jews. What? Nothing. You say Jews? You just said Jews. No. I don't know, man, but kind of yeah, I'm just sitting there watching this, just going, wow, like, I missed that. I mean, but I guess that was pretty popular. Lil Peep.
Lil Peep.
But also, dude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but they're like, yeah, he was really depressed. And I'm like, dude, he had Xanax for breakfast for 16 years. What do you think? Like, yeah, he was depressed. He fucking ate pills for like 10 years. That was his diet, pills. And people are like, yeah, he's bumming. He's bumming out. I don't know, man. Just saying. This podcast could have saved him.
It's true. This is exactly.
I think he would have liked me.
Yeah. You're the father he never had.
Yeah, it's true.
You're more of an uncle vibe, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay an uncle.
You throw wiseness at them, but it's like you go in and out of their lives. You know.
I like that.
You know, every time you meet him, he's got another lesson of life, but he's not gonna be the one. Who's
just pop in.
He's not gonna be wiping your ass or anything.
I just pop in, sprinkle a little wisdom in your life,
Uncle Hicks,
and then I'm out.
Lil Hicks.
That's why these podcasts are like 20 minutes long. That's all you need. Just a little shot of wisdom. Oh, by the way, if you are watching this podcast on your phone right now, take your headphones out. Take your headphones out right now. If you're watching this on the train, take your headphones out right now, okay?
Or laptop in a coffee shop.
All right?
Even louder.
And I'm just going to start talking like this. All the people on this train are fucking assholes. Yeah, fuck you guys. This dude's watching a video on his phone with no headphones. How's that make you feel? I dare one of you to come up right now and tell him to shut it off. I dare you. You ain't gonna do shit. All right, put him back in. Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks, Horatio.
That's great.
It's great. Quality. Good stuff. He can live. Let him live. Let the boomer live.
You're a boomer with Zoomer energy.
Dude, I'm a millennial boom zoom millennial. Boom zimmelittle. Little Pete.
One more.
I'm Big Pete. Big Pete. Liked him. The people in his life, dude, are just his girl. They cut to his girlfriend, and I'm like, dude, she looks like a gothic porcelain. It's just like, I was like, this is real. I was like gonna call you and be like, am I getting duped right now? Like, is this real? Is this actually like a thing right now? But yeah, I mean that's it. So what I'm saying is Lil Peep is gone, and that means there's a gap in the market. So I hope to fill those minions. Nah, it was sad, man. It was actually really sad the way the guy died. So I really enjoyed it. So, you know, I want to grab something. 1 second. We were discussing the woman who wrote the book that I was talking. She wrote a book. Oh, did I just confuse two things? No, the engineer. Right. There was an engineer who made that phone, but there was also a lady who, in addition to that, I was reading the same thing, wrote a book about your relationship to technology. Okay? And again, I mean, these are things that I have been talking about, right? And what she says is she talks about how to have a healthy relationship with your technology. So anything that you engage with, you need to ask yourself a series of questions to sort of understand whether or not this piece of technology is good for you. And I thought I would close today's episode by reading those questions out, because I think that they, are relevant. And so, does this podcast? How does this podcast measure up when you read these goals? These are what you need to ask yourself when you engage with a platform, with something, to ask you, is this good for me? What is the creator's goal? Well, we've already discussed genocide. Horatio wants to exterminate anyone who has anything less than an iPhone 11.
Sure.
Okay. So that's not exactly what I was hoping we would get out of this. But unfortunately, that seems to be the mission statement of this podcast, is genocide. Does engagement with this space teach me anything? Well, yeah, I think, like we just said, I give wisdom, and I think you've learned a lot in this episode already, as you have in the subsequent ones. So I'm your uncle. I'm wise, of course. What does it teach me? Again, how to live your life, how to engage with the world appropriately, how to zoom and boom with a millennial style. Shut up. Is this a value, skill, or informational domain that improves my life? Yes, already. I didn't realize these questions were so redundant. If this is purely frivolous fun, alternate title for this podcast,
Purely
Frivolous Fun with Russell Hicks.
Nice.
If this is purely frivolous fun, are there any negative impacts I should be aware of as I engage with it? I mean,
some dangerous ideas coming through your ears.
There's a lot of these ideas, as this podcast gets more and more powerful. Yeah, they're going to try to shut us down.
Yeah, then
and
they're going to shave your head and get an England flag.
Yeah. As we've seen, whenever a white comic talks to a camera, he eventually shaves his head, puts an English flag behind him, and becomes the Fuhrer for a generation of incels.
Do you want to start some beef with Alistair Williams right now?
Start some beef, bro? Come at me.
Call him out. Call him out.
What's up? No, don't want to start no beef.
Did you get scared of Alistair Williams?
Oh, sorry, that was my haircut talking. Sorry, that was my haircut. No, this is not an alt-right podcast. I've said that. By the way, hey, comment section. Take it easy, okay? Man, we put that video out about Keanu Reeves. Where do you people live? Where are you? These people coming out. I thought I made a funny video about Keanu Reeves, and people are like, yeah. And if you look closely, his eyes are like gills, and they go like that. Like, take it easy, okay? Fucking hell. Put your David Icke books down. Last couple questions. Do the creators of this content benefit directly and monetarily from my repeated or prolonged engagement with it? Am I encouraged to make frequent in-app purchases? Am I required to pay for frequent upgrades?
This is a good time
Not
to
yet.
unsubscribe, but it's coming.
Good idea. Do they benefit monetarily? Well,
not at the minute.
no. Last one. Am I required to watch ads repeatedly during engagement? If so, what are the ads for? No, not yet, because we haven't been turned into digital phones where I'll tell you to subscribe to Spotify. But no, this is ad-free, baby. So I think you have your answer. The Russell Hicks Show, one of the purest forms of content that you can engage with on the internet.
Straight from the source, baby.
That's what I said. Take your headphones out right now. Take them out on the train. Stand up. Turn your phone on full volume. And I'm going to say it again. The Russell Hicks Show, one of the purest forms of content you can engage with on the internet. You hear me, train carriage? Get on it. And I want you to listen without your headphones too. Thanks for listening and watching this episode. Good luck in the rest of your day and your life. Your uncle will be with you. We're releasing 2 episodes a week. I will see you again. Lil Peep, R.I.P. See you later.